Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is day 824, the war in Ukraine. Yes, I am brightly dressed in my orange here and ready to head out. As soon as the stream is over, as many Americans are doing, it's Memorial Day, where we are paying tribute to those that have fallen in the line of duty, giving their lives, sacrificing for freedom and sacrificing for our way of life. And that's it's an American holiday, but to be quite honest, it's a global thing. Wherever you are at today, whatever country you are in, for the next half hour or so, we're going to remember and be thankful for those in your own country. And most importantly, right now, or equally important, probably a better way to say it, is the guys in Ukraine that are giving their life, not only for their own country, family, way of life, fallen brothers that have went before them, fallen sisters that have went before them, but also for you and I. So we're going to be dealing with all of that tonight. And tonight is a night of respect this afternoon, 4:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as we get going, thank you, Dunk on You. I see you there, brother. Appreciate your generosity as always, my friend. Great message here. Let's remember all. God bless America and Slava Ukraini. Yeah, that's really the message for tonight. Fru Kartoffel, $5 from Fru. Thank you, man. The beautiful Ukrainian hearts there. Guys, tonight, not really going to be doing too much crazy. I do have quite a few videos for you. There's a couple of news things I want to share. I was watching the chat as we were get going, and I saw you guys chatting about the French troops coming into Western Ukraine. So I know Johnny did a great video on that. Here's where we're at. Trainers are coming. So that's good news. That may also open up the door for nations like Lithuania, Estonia to send trainers in. And you may say, well, that's what's so important about that. UTV and Ham, thank you there for gifting those memberships, my friend. Deeply appreciated there. What that allows, guys, is for Ukrainian soldiers to get out of those Western positions and get on to fighting and standing with their brothers in arms and not be logistically tied to training. I have personal friends that are trainers there in Western Ukraine. It's quite a job. So that is good news. Now, there's also talk today about on Polish territory, air defenses being used to protect Western Ukraine. And that's vitally important because there's lots of supply in Western Ukraine, and it's not only fuel, but it's also weaponry and supplies and humanitarian aid. But that's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Probably not going to happen. Germany and the United States already saying that they would vote against that. So, Poland has the right to defend its own sovereign territory. Poland has their sovereign right to do whatever they want. So maybe we'll see. But as far as NATO, it's in the talks. But we do have good news on the French front. And I think that will open up the door to get some more people there from foreign nations assisting in the training, freeing up Ukrainian soldiers to get to the front. And because it's going to be tough, guys. Let's just be honest. It's going to be tough. It's not just me. It's at the minimum, it's not me at all. It's President Zelensky. It's Institute for Study of War. It's generals on the ground. It's all of those that we must pay attention to. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Here we go. Memorial Day tribute. We're going to remember those that have given all. Think about folks in your own family right now maybe fathers, mothers, grandfathers, grandmothers, uncles, aunts, cousins, friends, neighbors that have given all. And it's not a day to be jumping up and down and showing funny stuff. Today is the day that we say thank you and we remember them. Specifically tonight, we are in depth going to say thank you to the Ukrainian soldiers that are fighting for all of us right now. All right, let's get to it. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. And I will tell you this, my guys in Ukraine are creating the thumbnail and a bumper. It's going to be like a 5-second thing because many of you wonderful people have been sending in suggestions. Sorry, the brain's not working so well. I've been at the gym and you'll see that. Suggestions for a title for the 5-minute. I'm going to be adding a 5-minute segment. And I know you may be saying, well, okay, you keep talking about it, but we want to see them. It's coming. I don't just push something out unless I can make it really good. So my guys in Ukraine that are on our admin team are creating the thumbnail, they're creating the bumper video, and then I'll do the content. So we are very close to a daily 5-minute update from Ukraine with the top things in it. It's going to be lightning. It's going to be full of energy. It's going to be something that's easily shared and not an hour and a half stream where we come and chat and hang out. I'm thinking it's going to be really good. I'm going to put a lot of effort into it so that we can continue to share the truth in Ukraine and around the world. So the title that we're going with, guys, it was sent in actually via Buy Me a Coffee, and I will be responding to that and saying thank you. Fast and Furious 5 minutes from Ukraine. So, gonna be good, fast and furious. The patch for today. Thank you for that reminder there, Paul D. Simple. This patch represents all of Ukraine. All of Ukraine. This is the real deal, guys. When you see that angle right there, it still has the lint on it from the soldier's uniform right there. And this is the real deal. The real colors, everything, the real. And not focused on a unit today, just focused on Ukraine, focused on, of course, our own country, my country, America. And for the next few minutes, think about you and your countries. And it's an important day. $5 from Blonde Bombsheller. Bless our heroes now and forever all over the world. Gerem Slava. Greg got the flag. Picks coming. Great service yesterday. Awesome. Look forward to that. And yes, on Friday, we will be having another flag giveaway. UTV and Ham, as I said, thank you for the gifted memberships. And Neil's Item, thank you for gifting 5 memberships as well. All right, guys, let's do this right. Oh, I didn't want you to see that one. I got that off quick. I do want to talk about 2 or 3 things news-wise. One we already talked about, France, Western developments for trainers, all good news. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, Kharkiv is under siege already. I think this may be pushing some of these European nations to say, hey, we've got to help in a different way. There are reconnaissance drones flying around Kharkiv nonstop. The center of Kharkiv was just struck an hour and a half ago. 47-year-old lady lost her life. I have the video to share with you of that strike, but I'm not going to because The emergency personnel are trying to revive the lady with CPR in the front of the video and don't want to show it. It's just horrible. Just a shopping area, center of Kharkiv, but it's happening nonstop, nonstop, nonstop. Additionally, with that, epicenter. You know, we've been talking about Kharkiv a lot. We will continue to talk about Kharkiv. And let me show you this. I want to show you guys this right here. Okay. I know, I think I spoke about it for a few minutes on the shills the other night. And also, you've seen it from other guys that you follow. Of course, it's not on mainstream media that much, but there was a horrible strike in Epicenter. Epicenter is basically a combination of Home Depot and Best Buy. Massive, massive. It's got everything in it. It's an incredible store. This particular epicenter is located right here in the north side of Kharkiv, a little bit to the northeast. This area right there is where the MLRS truck I showed you guys about a week or 10 days ago was struck with a Lancet drone. So you can see the ability to hit Kharkiv much more is happening. Russia right now, and this is just Google Maps, pushing on Lipsy. And if they get to here, it's just going to be artillery range. And from what we're seeing, it will just be a nonstop barrage because honestly, right now, it's a nonstop barrage. As you can see, oh, wrong. Let's do that. As you can see, Kharkiv is getting to the point where it's staying red a majority of every day. More than 12 hours, 13, 14, because it's nonstop, not only with S-300s or S-400s and drones, but also a lot of glide bombs working throughout the Kharkiv region. Now, with that said, let me go to this epicenter. No, that's Johnny's map. Let's go to this epicenter. And I just want the world to see what is being struck. If I come into Kharkiv, the first thing I want you to know is this is the epicenter that Zhenya and I shop in. This is our epicenter. So when we come to different cities and we're dropping aid, you guys have purchased the aid. We're delivering the aid. We utilize our truck and we also utilize postal systems such as Nova Poshta that many warehouses, of course, have been struck and destroyed. We will bring aid in to a central place. We store it. And then from there, we run to the front lines. That's what we do. We drop, we come back, we reload, we go back to the front lines over and over. Because at our storage place, wherever it may be, we've loaded up 10 truckloads because of your guys' generosity getting it to the front. But when we need things on the fly, we get to a certain situation and the unit goes, we really need a chainsaw, like bad. We go straight to Epicenter and we purchase a chainsaw. We have finances that you guys have donated on reserve nonstop for pop-up projects. And we go buy the chainsaw, we get all the equipment they need, fuel, and we then take it right back to them because they can't leave their position. So that's what we do. But this particular epicenter is our epicenter. There's multiple in Kharkiv, of course, but this is the one that we shop at. And I want you guys to understand the target. And then I'm going to show you a video that is why we are paying tribute today to those that have given their lives. So Guys, the epicenter is right there. It's massive, a huge shopping building. Then this to the left of it is a very famous mall in Kharkiv. It's called Caravan. It's a large mall, 2 floors. There was a McDonald's here. This is parking. This is parking. We're going to keep going because you need to understand. This is a furniture store. Let me change the color. This is an electronics store. And this is a gas station. Right here is the metro stop for the subway. This right here is Micro District 522 with tens of thousands of people living in it. That's all apartment buildings. Here is the Kharkiv River and trails and parks along the river. This is Micro District 521, all homes. This is all garages. This is a park, and this is garages. And this epicenter that was hit was right there. The numbers as of now are 19 killed and 48 wounded. If I take this a step further for you guys, and I will right now because this is the main focus other than Memorial Day, I'm going to take you right on the street to where we pull in. This is the Caravan Mall. In the center of the screen now, you see Epicenter. That's the big sign right there, Epicenter. And if I come back a little bit, look in the very background now, you'll see orange and blue and white going up. That is the epicenter. Right there's the gas station, furniture store, electronics store, the mall. And guys, this is Micro District 522. You see the massive homes. This is what was struck. And I wanted you guys to see it. It is nonstop. I do have a compilation of security cams. Nothing here that's, no death on it, but you can see people shopping, going about their daily routine. I'm telling you, I've been on every aisle in this store. Every aisle. I know I've walked right where these people you will see are walking, and we've purchased so much stuff there. And just to think that at any moment, something can fall out of the sky and destroy life instantly. Here is just security footage. Just watch people going about their business, and you see the incoming. No sound. This is released by Kharkiv region. Today, that gives you better understanding as to what we're fighting for. And as we remember those that have given their lives, they're giving their lives to stand against that terrorism, because that's what it is. It's terrorism. I'm telling you 1,000,000%. My feet have walked on that floor 100 times. That's our store. And when it was first hit, Zhenya messaged me and he says, Greg, our epicenter's gone. And that's all he said. That's all I needed to hear. I knew which epicenter he's talking about, of course. It's Kharkiv. And it's bad. Now, we will not repeat the same mistakes that were repeated in January and February of 2022. The mistakes that were made then was as Russia built up their troops and supplies on the border and were preparing for this offensive in this phase of the war, February 24th, 2022, the world looked at it, talked about it a little bit, but basically ignored it. And I will be honest with you. When Russia invaded, we were all surprised. Zhenya himself, he goes, I didn't think they'd do it. And here we are. Now we're 824 days later. Well, guys, we're not going to make that mistake again. Russia is looking like they will push another, at least incursion, if not and a full invasion in the near future in the Kharkiv and Sumy region. This is reported from the Institute of the Study of War, and this is confirmed today by President Zelensky. He said it today. They're building up on our border in the Belgorod region, in the Kursk region, in the Bryansk region. We noticed 3 particular strike groups that are increasing in soldiers, increasing in supply, increasing in movement, increasing on their bases, and we must pay attention to it. Now, if I go to the map, in fact, Ukraine is already talking about what they're expecting. I'm going to show it to you. We're using Johnny's map here, and there's 3 areas in particular that they're watching. The first one is Vorozhba, north of Sumy. This is where Russia has been taking out all the power and infrastructure in this area. Secondly, and thirdly, it's right here on the northwestern side of Kharkiv. Right now, Russia is pushing, or this is their incursion at Lipsy. This has nothing to do with Vovchansk over there. Vovchansk is for Kupiansk. It's easy to see that, guys. That's what Vovchansk is for. There's a huge forest system and river here. It's different. Lipsy here, which they're just kilometers away from having artillery range on Kharkiv, and then northwestern Kharkiv. Institute Study of War and President Zelensky. We better pay attention. There are 3 towns that they have already called. And when I say they, Ukraine has called. They said, we are expecting them to push on Zolochiv, Dergachi, and Bogodukiv. This is the very important town of Okurtka. Akturka, better pronunciation. But right here is where Ukraine is expecting. The question is why? I will show you why right now. You see this road right here? That's the main road. The rest of this is forest and farmland, little teeny villages. You see how there's no towns in here? None. Very small, little teeny villages, but no towns. But you have this main thoroughfare here that comes right down through Zolochiv and Deragachi, and they are loading up in here, guys. So please pay attention to this. And Ukraine is, other organizations are that I trust, Institute of Study of War, and our own guys. We have our own guys there on the front line in all of these areas. Right now, we have personal friends all along here and all along here. Personal, meaning talk to them on the telephone, text messages back and forth on secure messaging systems such as bop, bop, bop. And what are they telling us? They're loading. The world better pay attention. They're loading. So guys, on this Memorial Day, that's where we'll leave it. They are loading. Jedi Mike, Greg, I left you a message. I will get to it. I promise you. It's stupid how many emails come in. Please keep sending them. I get back. It's a long list. It's stupid good. That's a compliment, by the way. So that's where we're at on what we must pay attention to. Last thing, and then some video. Orban. This was released today. 41% of EU activity in regard to supporting Ukraine is blocked by Hungary and Viktor Orban. This was a political cartoon put out with Orban having one phone receiver on with the EU and the other phone receiver on with Russia. And I think it is extremely accurate as to what is happening. King Dog, thank you for the 5 quid there, my friend. Keep it up. Petra Olsen, Sweden, still not smoking for Ukraine with your donation there. And the Weasel gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Now, guys, for the remainder of the stream, the news is over. Now we're going to say thank you. And there's 2 things we're going to say thank you to tonight, or I'm going to say thank you to tonight. The first one is we're going to say thank you to every soldier, whether it's in the United States, Ukraine, or whatever country you're in, that has given their life for freedom. I have lots of friends in Ukraine that have given their life for freedom. They have been killed. Getting Orban off of there. And for the remaining few minutes, we say thank you. I can start calling their names. Alexander, Igor, Slavik, Sasha, Svetlana, Natalia, Oksana, gone, given their lives. So tonight, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you're at, we pause and we say thank you. Today at my gym, we participated in what's called the Murph. And I'm going to show you that. And then I'm going to show you another thing about Memorial Day for us in Ukraine and, of course, the U.S. Please, if you're an American in here, of course, it's U.S., but it's global. Memorial Day should be global. My trainer, his link is in the description. His website's benfailer.com. And it wasn't an email, Greg. It was a comment. Are you on Signal? Jedi Mike, send me an email. It's the best thing. I am on Signal, but if numbers come in that I do not recognize or I've been pre-warned it's coming, I block them. So it's too much of that mess in Ukraine that I have to be careful of. So please email me. My website contact. My trainer, American veteran, and his link is in my description, and his Instagram. Go give him a follow. Here is what we were doing today for Memorial Day. And for those of you not in the United States, here's a peek. Whew, I still have a headache.
So before you go out, if you need a band or whatever, go ahead and throw bands up there. Or if you need that loss. Yeah. Next, on these rings here, to do pull-ups on the rings, it's going to be Brandon, Chris, and Blake. You guys will be doing pull-ups on that.
Hey guys, we're here in the middle of the Murph and just wanted to share it with you today because today we have a special Memorial Day broadcast where I'm going to let Ben is my trainer, Ben Failer, right there. You can see his website, benfailer.com. And I'm going to put his links in the description. Go give him a like, or if you're here local or you want a far away program, he's the man, as you can see. So you're a veteran.
Yes, sir.
And what is Memorial Day about? Thinking about those.
Yeah, the soldiers that passed away in duty. Every Memorial Day here at the gym, we do a workout, a classic workout, CrossFit. It's called Murph. It's named after a soldier that passed away active duty in Afghanistan. And what that includes is a 1 mile run. You get back, you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then another mile run. And we just do it in honor of those that passed in service before us.
Yeah, I showed the video. We got veterans running, got their backpacks on, the military dogs.
Yeah, and it's a fun time, too.
I don't know if it's fun. I'm in the middle of it right now, but wanted to give Ben a shout out, see what we're doing here. Special Memorial Day broadcast. And as we memorialize, we think about soldiers that give their life. Right now, the Ukrainian soldiers are dying.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And it's...
and kudos to all those people that take it upon themselves to fight for other people. And we really respect that, and we are thankful for that.
There you go, guys. We're staying with
Memorial
you.
Day, guys.
Thank you. What you running for?
I'm being chased. There's a dog behind me.
Slava Ukraine. These guys told me they're running for their fallen comrades. Their fallen friends. What a crew. Full canine military. Let's go, guys. Hey!
I'm Annie Terry, and my dad's Greg Terry, and I'm going to do 25 push-ups for Ukraine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Why 25? There's
25 reasons why I love Ukraine.
Yep, and 25 regions.
In Ukraine.
Yep. All right, let's see if Dad can do it. All right, guys. This is not the beginning of the Murph. We're approaching the end. I'm zonked. You've already seen Ben. Here's my 25. I'm Annie's dad. All right, 25 for Ukraine, for all the regions and all the guys. Keep it up close. 2, 3. Is that 25?
Yep, nice job.
And 1 for all of you. Woo! Slava Ukraine. All right, guys. So today, we paid tribute to all the guys that have given their lives for our freedom. And there's nothing better. Yeah, all the junk is done. I'm on my 2nd mile, about 1/3 of the way through. That's why the video's now, because it goes uphill in the last half mile. But thank you guys. What's up? Who gave your lives not only for my country, the U.S., but all the guys giving their lives right now in Ukraine for all of us. So to you today, we say, Slava Ukraine, Героям слава, до перемога. І бажаю здоров'я, хлопці. Слава Богу.
There you got it, guys. Yeah, my push-ups were not low enough, but they were like into the hundreds by then. And yeah, but just that's what it's about, paying tribute. Thank you, guys. Yeah, do anything to remember them and to be thankful for people that are fighting for all of us. Now, speaking about Memorial Day, many in Ukraine, and I have seen the question. I will get you, Michael. Don't worry. You guys know that we means all of us, we bought an evacuation tank, a remote control evacuation tank. It was the prototype, and it has been delivered. You've seen it when Zhenya was delivering it to the group. Now, guys, it is on the front line. It is in service, bringing back fallen soldiers with whom we pay, or for whom we pay tribute to today. Ukraine News did a piece on our tank, on ours. And tonight you're going to see it. This is the evac tank. This is who we're paying tribute to.
We're transporting bodies from point A to point B in this manner to evacuate those who were removed from the combat positions. The bodies which were removed from combat positions are being transferred with utmost safety. We're using such drones to transport the bodies so we don't have to carry them by hand. We'll now load the bodies into a vehicle and head to the deployment site. The bodies have already been relocated to a safe zone. We're now reloading and shifting from here so as not to be detected by drones. In order to avoid any bombings, we're moving discreetly, with our military services pretty much resembling those of the Russian Federation. It's akin to wearing a badge, that is, an identificational mark. We can spot the identification mark and the person can already be recognized. Here we see a helmet, a metallic SSH-68 model, a Soviet design. It doesn't offer much protection against shrapnel and bullets. Essentially, it's no more than a piece of a tin can. This suggests that the person was suffering from some illness. For everything that was transmitted here, either via airborne droplets or by blood, I'm assuming it could very well be tuberculosis, because the yellow ones we found were definitely Botkins, also known as hepatitis C. And some of the bodies that were evacuated were Russian servicemen, and some were unknown persons, possibly Ukrainian servicemen who died defending their country for that matter. A drone could save the lives of the searchers who will be directly finding and evacuating the bodies, because it is extremely dangerous to constantly carry bodies over 2 to 3 kilometers under fire, under drones.
So there you have it, guys. And yes, that is in the Donetsk region. And you guys made that happen by donating that literally, and I call it tank, but it's a drone. I call it tank because it has the tracks on it. And, you know, a few months ago, you saw me riding one and ours was being even better, the prototype. So there it is. It is highlighted on Ukrainian news. That is the one you guys purchased. Now we're already getting a lot more communication from other units and all this stuff because it's saving lives. The reality is they can push it out there on a straight line of sight 50 kilometers because we have the double battery set up, and it can actually do triangulation if they put a drone in the air to keep the signal going to it. It's an incredible piece of equipment that you guys purchased, and it's bringing the heroes off the ground that have fallen and given their lives. So thank you. That's what we say. Thank you. Now, speaking of thank you, all of these guys say thank you. Thank you for standing with Ukraine. Thank you for remembering those that have given their lives. These are characters that you get to know if you're on my channel. Some of these are streamers. Lots of these are heroes. The streamers are not heroes. The soldiers on the front are heroes. And every streamer on that would agree with me completely. Starsky included, even though Starsky's a veteran. He would say, okay, I was a hero, but now the heroes are on the zero. So we've done an amazing job. Today we pause, we remember, and we say thank you. Up in the upper left, you see the young child who's the son of a high-ranking military person. In fact, it's his mother that has the direct connection to high-ranking people in the Ukrainian military with whom we're partnering with to get the ground drones you just saw. To the right of him is the 102-year-old now, veteran of Stalingrad. We bought a washing machine, and we supplied him for the war. To the right of that is Johnny. To the right of that is Kirill. To the right of that, the next 5 guys are heroes that are currently on the zero line on the southern front somewhere right this second. To the right of them in the upper right corner is Fish. Is Kirill safe? Yes, he is. Below the young boy on the left, you see Texas. Amazing guy. You say, well, what is Texas's job? Texas is a doctor on the front line. To the right of that, you see the 2 guys that we met on the south that are in dire need. They do not have an armored medevac, and we will be delivering that to them. They will be receiving one. You will see more of them. Between them is Pete. To the right, you see Pavel Ivanovich. To the right of Pavel, you see Professor Gertis. You pop down some of our other streamers. You already saw Johnny up there. From the right, going left now, you see Dick Dawson. There's Andrew Mercado. There's Operator Starsky. There's my partner, Zhenya. You guys remember the Cossack from down south. There he is. There's Rick the Ukrainian. And there's myself. And guys, I could increase that by 1,000 people. And some of them you'll never forget. So from all of us, we say thank you. As today we pause and we remember. Let me do this. I've got one more video I'm going to show you guys. KP, Canadian 20. I'm not sure what exchange rate is, but I think 200 American. Yeah. So we'll get some people out of having to do their push-ups, maybe. No, you've got to do your push-ups. All right. As we close out tonight, in fact, let me do this first and answer the question from Michael Portnoy. I saw it. I'm watching the chat the best I can. Mertzy, thank you for that $9.99 in memory of my Uncle Ori and Uncle Phil, KIAWW2, World War II. Uncle Ori, Uncle Phil, we remember you guys today. So, the question from Michael. Okay. What's going to happen? How are we going to win? What can we offer as hope? I can make it very simple. Very, very simple. Ukraine has the best soldiers. Russia has more. No question. Ukraine has the best. but Ukraine needs more. So, Ukraine fixing their mobilization, which they are. It's a process. You will be hearing more about that. Zhenya and I are going to do a deep dive on mobilization so everybody understands it and not just talks about it but doesn't understand it. Zhenya is going to break it down completely for us. So we need more. So that has to happen. That has to happen. This is the one place where Johnny and I will pull back and forth a little bit because Johnny is looking at the supply of weapon. And I'm going, that's great. And it's coming and we need it yesterday. But if we have nobody to use those, then it's worthless. So soldiers. Number 2, a continual flow of supply. Not a trickle flow of supply. It must be continual, and it is not possible that there can be another break. If there is another long-term break in supply for Ukraine, it's over. But I'm hoping and believe there will not be. Number 3, Ukraine needs to strike Russian positions on Russian sovereign territory, such as warehouses, airports. The refineries are great, guys. Listen, and we cheer about them, and it's great. And 14% of refinery capabilities knocked out. It's not going to change the war at all. Sanctions aren't going to change the war at all. Direct strikes on military infrastructure across the border, specifically in the Kursk, Belgorod, Rostov regions, is what is needed. It has to happen. Period. If it doesn't, it has to happen. 4th, we're seeing some movement with Western support, such as French. We talked about that. Trainers coming. That helps. 5th, bold rhetoric from world leaders. And this is all out of my head, guys. I didn't know that question was coming. Bold rhetoric and a spine of steel from world leaders, prominent world leaders, not spokespeople from the Pentagon, not the press secretary from the European Council. No. President Joe Biden. Prime ministers of European nations and presidents. That's where the bold rhetoric must come from. Not anybody else. If those things can all happen, Ukraine will win the war. All of those things are still on the table to happen. We push for those to happen, do our part to help. And that's what we do here. And that's what you guys do also through other channels and avenues and ways. We can only do what we can do, and we're doing it. If those things happen, Ukraine will win the war. But they have to happen. And right now, all of those can still happen. So this is where we're at. I understand the Kremlin, Soviet mindset, Soviet mentality. I read the news in Russian. I listen to the state TV and try to break it down for you guys. But listen, unless it's what I just described to you in those 5 points, and really world leaders, they have to take it to another level. Another level. Russia will not use a nuke, by the way. If anybody thinks that Russia will use a nuclear weapon, you know nothing about Russia. They will not. They will threaten, they will bluff, they will bully, but they will not. All right, the last thing, and we're going to close out, and I'm heading to my family Memorial Day remembrance party. Put this together today with the Ukrainian national anthem. For all of us, whatever you're doing right now, Maybe stop typing in the chat. I appreciate it. Everything helps. Make sure you like, you share, tell others, do all of that. But for now, for the next, this is like a 1:30 piece. Let's just watch it. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for supporting Ukraine. I saw Zhenya hop in the chat there, and you guys were saying hello to him as he said thank you. That's it. That's Ukraine. And today, whether it's in Ukraine, my home country of the U.S., or wherever you're at, be thankful for those that have given their lives for your freedom, because freedom is not free. You guys be blessed. Back to a normal news update tomorrow. See you in 24 hours. Have a good night.
Слава Україні!